In this corner, you can have it with lunch or for brunch. And we've got a hunch that you'll drink a bunch as you munch. It's great powdered Hawaiian punch.
Ooh, how about a nice Hawaiian punch? I'm gonna punch you.
Pow, pow,
Punch
pow,
you.
pow.
Wow, 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 wow. Fisticuffs, Hawaiian fisticuffs.
And in this corner, when you drink this, you may gush or even blush, and eventually you'll flush. But you certainly won't be able to hush about this slush. It's great powdered crush.
Well, gonna crush it.
Crush 'em up.
Crush it. Gonna crush it in my butt cheeks.
Huh?
Juice flavored versus soda flavored. Grape versus grape. Powder drink versus powder drink. You tried it. You tried that. The grape drink episode that everyone's been waiting for. I'm Nick Novak with my pals, Chad Hancock.
Hope you guys are having a grape day.
Nick Geiger, can you beat that?
Fuck you, Chad.
That's right. I came with the best there is.
And back again for her third appearance is our friend of the podcast, Allison. Allison, how are you?
Oh, I didn't get to say a grape slogan?
Oh, yeah. What do you got? What kind of grape?
Yeah.
Do you have one ready?
Sure, I just thought of one. Hags have a grape summer.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
Bring the fire.
Shit.
Bring it the fucking fire.
No?
Jesus.
That's standard hags.
Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. I quit. Fuck it. I quit.
Hags.
Can't do better than that.
This whole time you never knew that's what it stood for, so.
When it comes to yearbook messages, were you hags writers, or did you write something thoughtful? I know some people just flat out signed their name like they were a movie star. What was kind of, Geiger, let's start with you. What was kind of your go-to?
Yeah, I think I just wrote like "Have a good summer." Like if I didn't know him that well, if it was a friend, I'd put like an inside joke. A couple of my friends and I just started writing horribly dirty things in each other's books, and my mom caught wind and got really mad and made me take a black magic marker and like cross everything out that had swears in it, including one of my friends had like, if you open up the yearbook from end to end in like inch tall letters, he just wrote "Stick your dick in a bottle, Justin." And so two whole pages are essentially blacked out. It's just "Stick your in a bottle," and I crack up every time I read it afterwards.
Allison, did you write hags?
I did not actually. So what I would do is like get a yearbook and start writing like a novel, and then get really distracted by something and never finish. Like people would be
just trailed off, and then you just sign it.
No, like I wouldn't trail off, but like I would start like 10 different conversations while trying to sign and then people would just be like, "I need my yearbook back." And
It's like a recipe for chocolate chip cookies or something, and you gotta have it.
I don't even know what it would be, but no, I'm not really like a small talker, so I would try to. Anyways, and along those notes, we just had a few people leave from work, and they kept sending out. Do you guys do this like at your jobs? People are leaving, and then you make like a big deal out of it, like.
Unfortunately, yes. I'd rather just throw them out a window and never see them again. But
it depends on how they're leaving sometimes. I think sometimes the people leaving will send an email, like a private email, like, "Hey, keep in touch. I appreciate my time here." The company generally won't do anything if they're leaving unless it was someone who really, really was a big deal and, left.
Yeah. So we like record videos, and people like put on skits and write songs and performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the fuck?
Because someone wanted to go work at Costco or something.
So, like, for example, we had people leaving this year, and I just never recorded anything for them. I feel bad about it, but
you should have gone just using your trail off method.
It's
talking
like
for 18 minutes.
It's like the first half of a skit, but it never actually gets to the punchline, and you just leave everybody hanging. Like, 3 people walk into a bar, and then and that's the end of it.
So I had that
Don't record
email
the
like
rest.
in my emails for weeks, and I never recorded it. And then the date passed, and so today I just wrote to the person and was like, "I'm sorry, like I'm really bad at goodbyes." And
Was
that
it
was
Julie?
It wasn't Julie, it was Kim.
Okay, Julie on our podcast, who has been on our podcast before, was left our work, and so I recorded a video for her that was like the first 20 seconds is me saying, oh, I knew this day would come. It's gonna be really difficult. I never knew how I'd react, and then I'm so glad that they put it in a random order. The computer puts them in a random order after everyone does it, and they put mine last, thankfully, and so. I'm like this long thing where I'm like looking almost like very distraught and tearful. And then I'm like, I just not sure how I was going to react. And then I had Celebration queued up. And so I had like played Celebrate Good Times, and I had like a champagne bottle and glass, and I pulled it out and drank it. So it was
Awesome. Yeah, no, I just froze up. I just kept clicking on it until the date passed, and that was it.
You're a good friend.
Chad, what's your
It's not that I'm
yearbook
not.
go to?
I'm glad to say that I'm pretty sure I never wrote hags, unless it was maybe like ironically or something like that.
Chad, you told me you went through the yearbook and wrote hags above all the pictures of the ugly girls in your yearbook. Is that true?
That's right. No, and then whenever I would get a hags, I would immediately be like, well, I shouldn't have had that person sign the yearbook because clearly we meant nothing to each other.
Exactly.
So I would try to do inside jokes, kind of like Geiger, if they were there, or at least like reference some story, or at least that's what I would have done, but nobody actually asked me to sign their yearbook because I was.
I'll sign it,
No,
buddy.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I have a yearbook signature from Novak that's probably like half a page of just like you stringing together as many possible inside jokes, like 30 different inside jokes just back to back in a nonsensical sentence. I probably should dig that up at some point.
Did you guys really want people to have good summers, or were you kind of hoping theirs was worse than yours in some way?
Who doesn't want someone to have a good summer?
Me.
Well, also, I never wrote that, so that was not my go-to.
Yeah.
Have a worse summer than me is what I usually.
I wanted them to have a grape summer, but no one ever got that. So.
Look,
did you guys really want everyone to have a grape summer?
My summer was going to be me parked in front of a Super Nintendo for like 12 hours a day, and no one's allowed to do anything better than that as far as I'm concerned.
There you go.
So.
I would usually put my patented smashed grape on the page that I signed under have a grape summer. All right, so
I
Elson,
find it like 20 years later. Yeah.
I actually wanted Justin to stick his dick in a bottle, so that's why I wrote that.
Ellison, you've been quarantining in a building that has many other people in it. So you were going to do a little competition. Who's the best quarantiner? Because you've seen people do different things.
Yeah. So you guys may not know, I live in Chicago. So I live in LA.
I know that.
I know you.
Yeah, I knew that too.
Okay, so everybody knew that.
I thought you were in Kentucky.
No. No. So I live in Chicago, and needless to say, for the past 2.5 months, I have basically not left this building at all. And I've not really seen anyone except my husband, the people that live on this street. And that's about it. My parents 3 times. So we've had a lot of time. And so my husband's been working from home, and I've been working from home, which we've never done before. And so now we've had 2.5 months to just like observe everybody around us and what they do in their daily lives. So I thought we could go through this, and you guys could decide who in our building or near which of my neighbors is dealing with the quarantine the best.
All right.
Because my husband's getting annoyed with some of them. I'm getting annoyed with some of them. Like it's
well,
kind
I don't
of
blame you. People are the worst.
Like every day, like I'll stick up for one or he'll stick up for another. Like, so yeah. Okay. So In my building, there are 4 apartments.
Yes.
So, me and my husband are one of them. Another couple is another one. 2 friends are in one, and then there's a single woman across the hall. So I guess I'll go through this, and you guys can tell us who's doing the best. So below us is a couple, and they adopted a puppy at the beginning of this, and he is the cutest thing. He's so cute. He's going to be huge. He looks like. Did you guys know that movie Beethoven?
Yes.
Okay. He looks like that. That's the kind of dog he is.
He looks like a blind old white guy who sits at a piano. Got it.
Perfect dog for a small Chicago apartment.
No, but yeah, actually he is going to be like 140 pounds or something.
What the?
Yeah. Well, they said that this is actually really good because that kind of dog does not like to like run around. They just like lay around. Which so far has been true, actually. Even though
is that just what they're telling you? This dog hates to run. Yeah, it's totally fine.
I mean, he doesn't actually like to chomp through bones. Ignore everything that you've seen.
This dog thrives in 800 square feet. Trust me, he does not need more than that.
Try like 600. So anyway, so that's actually part of it. So they decided while he's young, they're going to really train him really, really well. So while he's still young enough that they can like pick him up and stuff. So, all right. So one of them has started an Instagram account for the dog. And the dog has like, I could look it up. But
only a jackass would do that.
Yeah, that's really lame.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm not even through
Chad posts on his dog Instagram account constantly.
Chad promotes his dog's Instagram more than he does the podcast.
Right. Really? Well, then maybe.
Well, my dog's Instagram has 20 times the followers of the podcast Instagram account. So
I also like how you're like they're training this dog early. So they started by giving him an Instagram account. Like that's nothing to do with training a dog.
They're training him to be an egotistical dick.
Yeah.
He has 440 followers, and he's only like 4 weeks old. So here he is.
Yeah, that's pretty good for 4 weeks old.
Yeah, he's really cute.
That's okay for 4 weeks.
Napoleon has 900 and he's 13. So
okay, so he should be Instagram
4,000 followers per week old. Right.
Okay, so
what?
that neighbor, like I said, is trying to make their dog an Instagram star. I guess he has 440 followers, and he posts a lot of times a day, always with song lyrics as his caption, and then he has a lot of hashtags, and he's already gotten not retweeted, but he's gotten
reposted.
Oh gosh, yes, reposted by Duraflame, which is like fire starter.
The fake log company.
Yeah, because he had a picture.
Is he so big he's shedding out giant fake logs?
Is he just pissing over every piece of turf in sight? And they're like,
no.
Look at this.
Are most of the lyrics he's posting like NWA lyrics and stuff?
Oh, some of them. Well, this one's Outkast. Yeah. That one's Lupe Fiasco.
Do they even have anything to do with the picture? Or is it like a picture of him in front of a bed of flowers and lyrics are like,
no,
I'm gonna fuck these bitches?
Well, no, like, so here's...
It's Outkast. Everybody move to the back of the bus.
Here's one. See those fish there? And so it says, and if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, then let me hear you say, oh yeah. Hashtag Outkast. At Big...
And why does Duraflame want to get in on this? I'm very confused still.
He was in front of our fireplace. So yeah, he's been on Eddie Bauer. Anyways, so that's just one neighbor. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So then his boyfriend is building. He's gotten really into home improvement. Uh-huh. So, but he doesn't.
The Tim Allen Show.
No, I wish. Whoop.
You do wish? That show's fucking awful.
I would wish it more than what he is doing, which is he's going to Home Depot or Lowe's every day to the point where they're now recognizing him. and he's attempting to build things in our basement specifically, which is our building's from the 1800s, like the late 1800s. And so our building is creepy as shit. Like, and I think the ceiling is maybe 6 feet or 7 feet. So he ordered a stationary bike, which my husband told him, like, the ceiling's so low, you're not going to be able to like sit up on it. And like, anyways, so that, I don't think that's arrived yet.
How does he ride the bike? Just
well,
whipping his body up and down?
It hasn't arrived yet. He just kind of
wait. So what
that.
is he building? Is he building like running water and stuff in your in your apartment, or what?
Well, the ceilings are like 7 feet. Oh well, so he's basically then. Well, and then my husband told him also that there's like a lot of mold down there and like water, like it floods, and so he basically like lined this corner with like plastic curtains and like started putting down like a fake wood plastic floor. And I guess that's where the bike's gonna go. So,
sounds like a real handyman.
He's become a real
sounds like
handyman,
a good cover for the cops when he commits all his murder.
Rolled out a fucking tarp of plastic, and he's like, "Look at me!"
I remember that episode, that old Home Improvement episode when Bob Vila was like, "Today we're gonna lay down some wood in a tarp, so I stop smashing my head on the wall when I bike."
He's like, if you smash your head on which my husband I think has actually shattered some light bulbs with his head down there.
What?
So,
was he riding a bike or a skateboard?
No, just walking down the stairs.
What the fuck is this wacky shack that you live in?
Do smash.
Your husband is 9 feet tall though, right?
No. Oh. So that episode where they're like, if you're bleeding blood everywhere, like just throw down this plastic. So anyway, so that's two of them. Okay.
Yeah.
They're getting kind of annoyed with each other, but it's fine. In the back downstairs, my landlord is Irish. He's a Irish Chicago cop, and these are his friends who are straight up from Ireland, like with the accents and everything.
Nice.
And they're like the most stereotypical, like, what do you think of? They drink a lot, like a lot. Like the other day I was like, well, they have 5 bottles of wine between 3 people and more alcohol.
Oh, they drink wine. I thought they drank 16.9 ounces of Grape Hawaiian Punch. Okay, so got it. That's what, because with Irish, I picture Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah.
Of course. So they're also CrossFit instructors, and they have been leading CrossFit classes.
Run that back.
CrossFit,
weirdest fucking collection of assholes I've ever heard.
So
you've got some drunk leprechauns and a serial killer. I got it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and a dog.
And a huge dog, like a huge.
And a rapping dog.
Yeah. So we had a building-wide CrossFit class one time, like a few weeks ago, and that was interesting.
Just light bulbs smashing all over the place. Just hundreds at a time.
Exactly.
Beethoven in the corner spinning bars.
And Beethoven, yes.
He's throwing down beats.
Hashtag.
Throws down beats like he throws down turds on the reg.
Because he's a dog. Because he's a dog.
All right, who you got left, Allison?
Just my next. Just one more. My next door neighbor, he's like a 60-year-old like Puerto Rican guy. He doesn't really speak English a lot. His activities include sweeping our sidewalk with a broom every day. And like coming into our front yard to sweep with a broom. And then the ice cream truck comes by every day, and every day he comes out and buys ice cream from it.
I thought you were going to say every day he comes out and like sweeps the street in front of the ice cream truck like he's a curler or something.
Nope. Every day the San Juan freezer comes out and he gets his ice cream. We get a special ice cream stop every day. So who is dealing with quarantine the best?
I mean, this is a fucking no-brainer. The guy who's getting ice cream for everyone. Like, This is the biggest fucking slam dunk of all time.
Not
Like, you
for
got
everyone, just
30
for him.
psychopaths and a guy who likes ice cream. What the fuck?
The guy who likes ice cream and is doing a public service. Fucking cleaning your sidewalk.
Christ. Hey, who's worse? These fucking drunkards that are breaking light bulbs, or this guy that hands you a bar of ice cream?
Okay.
Fucking wonder.
But my husband's like, why is he sweeping in there again? He's cutting the grass too short.
He's sweeping up all the broken light bulbs. What do you think he's doing?
Exactly.
That's way worse than the guy who can't fit on his bike and is laying plastic tarps in your moldy basement.
So 3 of them are fighting over our like push lawnmower, like who gets to mow our like 6-foot square of grass. That's it.
What in the world? You live at fucking Wayside School. What in the hell?
Are you living in a halfway house?
No. We have fun over here. It's great. We have a good
So-
time.
I just have to say though, like, I mean, a lot of times when you like think back to like Seinfeld, right? Like you have like there's four characters, 3 of them are crazy, and then you have the straight man. Okay, so to me that means that you have 4 apartments. So one of the apartments is the straight man, and I think it's the ice cream guy. So what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. It's a toss up at this point. We basically all just need to get out of this apartment though, because this is ridiculous. The Irish ones have a British one come over, and then no one can understand anyone. Oh gosh,
We've got 4.
it's too much. We got a dog. Beethoven's running around.
There's 4 of us on the podcast today. Only one of us is sane. We'll let you figure out which one. We've got drinks to rate. So let's get to drinking. Now, we've got 2 powdered drinks. Now, you probably have seen these little packets. They're almost like Crystal Light, I think, was one of the first companies that did something like this. And sometimes you'll actually see like a coffee creamer, like a dry coffee creamer in little packages like this. But it's a very small little 0.08 ounce powder. And there's a Grape Crush and a Hawaiian Punch. And very similar. Actually made by the same company. The ingredients are a bit different. Now, it says to put it in exactly 16.9 ounces of water. So do you guys have 16.9 ounces?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
It's
so
2 cups and 2 tablespoons. I measured.
2 cups. So earlier today, I was measuring this out. I don't know if you guys can see this glass. I tried to put
The
it
listeners
in like...
cannot see the glass, no.
You guys can. So I tried to put it in like a normal like pint glass, and it's more than fits in there. So I had to get this glass. Which
It's
is
exactly a water bottle. Like a standard size water bottle is 16.9 ounces.
Yeah.
Mine seems small.
Well, why'd you ruin it?
That seems
We were all gonna
small.
wonder...
You got a fucking milk
No,
jug.
my
Geiger.
bottle
What is
seems
it?
small. Mine out of water. Yeah.
Is that 16.9?
It's according to the measurements.
Okay, so
I just used my Nalgene's, which have an ounce measurement on the side, and I just went kind of close to 16.
Okay, I'll have to do that maybe for the second one. I used
That's good
a
enough.
measuring cup and this bartender professional measuring.
You got a lot of work to do, Allison. You better get mixing.
No, yeah. Oh, well, I got a special spoon for that too.
Oh, you guys didn't pre-mix your stuff? Oops.
No, well, it takes 10 seconds unless you have 18 tools like Allison brought.
Which professional? Do you guys see that professional measuring cup?
Stop showing us things. It's a podcast. No one can see them.
And we do see it. You keep asking if we see it. And we do.
I know what a measuring cup looks like.
Very visual person. Okay, which one are we doing first?
We're gonna drink them both before we rate them. So mix them both. But let's drink the Hawaiian Punch first.
I gotta go get more water then. I'll do that later.
You can go get the water.
We'll talk about you while you're gone.
Okay, yeah, because I have to unplug these because they're not AirPods.
Yeah, that's fine. I have a confession while she's gone, which is, so I pre-mixed these, and we're like 20-some minutes into the episode now, and we had 30 minutes of technical difficulties before we recorded. So I pre-mixed these an hour ago, and I don't remember which one I put in which Nalgene. So
I purposely stuck the wrapper in one of the pictures that I made so that I wouldn't forget.
I think the purple Nalgene is the Hawaiian Punch.
Let me look at the two and see if I can. I mean, there's literally almost no difference in the coloring.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll with that.
Yeah, we'll see if
Hawaiian
we can
Punch.
figure it out.
Okay, we'll describe it to you, and we'll see.
It smells pretty grape.
Yeah. It has a grape smell.
I didn't know we were supposed to be pre-mixed too.
God, I forget why I hate Nalgene's. I just poured it half on myself when I tried to
That's
take a
gonna
drink.
stain.
I'm gonna have a
probably.
grape summer drinking this.
Wait, which one are we trying first, or does it matter?
Hawaiian
Oh
Punch.
no, that smells like.
Oh man.
Like that smells really
Ugh.
bad.
I wonder if I didn't mix it
Nick,
enough.
which one are you pouring out right now? Because I'm doing the crush.
I mean, I have 2 water bottles. I just put.
Oh. No, I'm
mixed
just
one in each
pouring
bottle.
it, and like it smells so bad. Oh.
Yeah, that's strong. I feel like there should be more water in it. Maybe my mom used to just really water down
Oh,
the
you-
Kool-Aid.
You actually
Really?
drank this?
I actually
Is
think
one
it
of them
tastes a
supposed to
little
be more
watery.
carbonated than the other?
The second sip, I think I mixed it up better.
Well, that's the thing.
I
Like
think I
Chad
mixed
says,
it better.
because Hawaiian Punch is obviously a juice, and Grape Crush is a soda. So I'm not
I
sure
see.
how they are representing these two ideas.
So it's the same company, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My sister used to
Ugh.
love Hawaiian
Ugh.
Punch. You get it in cans or whatever. Or no, I'm thinking of Tahitian Treat. Never mind. Hawaiian Punch.
Who
is better.
drinks this?
This is really bad.
Kids.
Oh my
I
god,
love
the
grape
smell
stuff.
of this one.
Grape is my favorite flavor of stuff.
Oh.
Man, this
Does
is bad.
it smell really bad? Like
This is not nearly as bad as the Tang, Novak.
I don't know what you're reacting. It's fine. It's not great. Have you tried both?
no,
or
I
just
tried
the one?
both of them just now.
I've
No,
actually
I was
tried
just
both.
smelling
I'm
one
going back
and
and
it's
forth.
awful.
Chad, do you think you can tell the difference?
Yeah, there's a clear difference between the two.
Yeah, I think there's a clear difference.
Ugh. Okay, the Crush is worse.
Do you guys like Grape Crush soda?
I don't even know the last time I had it was.
I like the orange one. Whatever that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have another grape drink. That's this wine right here. Clear my palates because those are.
Okay, Irish person.
Oh,
All right. Well, that's enough. of those.
those are terrible. Terrible.
Um,
I feel like I would have to water this down like I don't know, twice as much as
All
that.
right, here's what the box says. The box for both of them says, "The refreshing, delicious hydration, the refreshing taste you know and love, in an easy on-the-go packet, with bold fruity taste and 0 sugar. Grape Crush brings drink mix brings an exciting rush of flavor in every sip. There's no sugar in this. No wonder it tastes terrible.
It's the fake sugar.
Yeah, I didn't know
Are
that.
these supposed to be cold? Like, should I put like ice in my glass?
but the Hawaiian Punch does have sugar in it, Novak.
No, neither one does. They're both sugar-free.
When these were cold at one point. They've been sitting on my table for 45 minutes while we got the podcast ready.
Mine are also warm. It would be better cold, obviously.
I guess they probably would, right? But like something shouldn't have to be cold to be good.
Maybe that's what's throwing me off because obviously crushed soda and whatever else I believe has sugar in it, so it doesn't taste
Okay.
exactly like
Well, Chad, we don't use our regular rating scale. What are we using today?
Yeah. So I was trying to think of, what would be a good thing to rate this grape snack on. And, friend of the podcast, Tony the Tiger, came to mind. And I thought to myself, if Tony the Tiger was drinking one of these drinks, what would he say? He would say,
Great.
they're grape. So our rating system is the number of seconds from 1 to 3 that you have to say the word there in their grape.
Mm.
Or wait, does he say they're great? He says they're great
he's
because
like
he
a
gurs
tiger.
like a
Yeah, he's a
tiger.
tiger.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the number of seconds you have to hold the gur in grape.
Eh, great.
Yeah,
Depends on how long you hold it
right,
for.
How much you like to
Exactly.
drink.
Right.
Right.
So there
okay.
you go.
That won't be confusing in the least.
So you have
All right,
to.
who's in charge of timing my grapes?
No, you have to time it
No?
in your
Okay.
head.
Oh, you have to say
And
it
then
like
the
that? You
listeners
don't
have
just
to
give it
figure
a
out.
number? Oh.
No, you say they're
Oh, I
great,
gotta decide it.
and you count the number of seconds that you hold the gur. 1, 2, or 3.
What if I don't
That's
say
your
grape at
rating.
all? Is that like a 0? Just say there. And then I trail
There's
off,
no 0.
right?
You have to give it
I-
at least
I
one
trail off.
grape.
So I get-
You don't use any R's. You just go there.
There, gape?
That's gape.
Yes.
All right. Geiger, it seems like you've had a chance to have both. So I want you to lay down your thoughts and give us these ratings. Lay it down like Beethoven lays down. It's poetic. Magic.
Lay it down like Beethoven. Like Beethoven lays down a diss track against Nick.
Yeah. Fuck you, Marmaduke. I'll kick your ass. All right,
That's what I should have said. I should have said lays down a diss track against Marmaduke.
Heathcliff's a bitch.
Garfield, I'm gonna eat you, you yellow fat sack of shit. Isn't that a great rap?
We don't really know how to
Really
do
is.
diss tracks. It's just us screaming insults at people. I got this hot
You got a
diss track.
hashtag.
Chad, you
Hashtag Duraflame.
suck. Yeah. Get at me, Duraflame. What up? So, yeah, I don't have a lot of strong feelings on either way. These both, I do think one's better than the other, but I think if you, well, like hate one, you're not going to magically love the other one. They're not that different.
I may have just switched mine.
Sorry, I had to chug one more sip of each one. So, all right. I think, so we tried the, Hawaiian Punch first is what we did, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever one you drank first.
I tried Hawaiian Punch. I'm now
I'm
forgetting
not your
which glass
fucking
I put it
grape
in.
drink
Wait.
secretary, Geiger.
Now I know why Elson says, "Do you see this?" So we can keep track of what she drank first.
I think I might have switched them.
So I had Hawaiian Punch first. I like that one more than I like the Crush. The Crush to me was like a more, like a thinner, more like acidy taste. I don't know how to describe it. Like it tasted more metallic and it tasted less like, I don't know, phlegmier. If that, like when you drink like lemonade and it gives you that phlegm in your mouth. The
I
Crush,
don't know what he's talking about.
You never
It's like
had
the
that,
pulp
like,
or
sensation?
something. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, there's no pulp in here, but yeah. So I think
But in the lemon.
I think no, I know what you meant. Yeah, the punch. It was slightly sweeter tasting to me, and I liked it better for that reason. So, but I don't like either one of them. I can't see myself drinking either one of these, and I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just older now, or like it. You know, I think of like these kind of drinks, like when I used to love Kool-Aid as a kid. I used to drink a ton of Kool-Aid. Maybe we just jacked it up with a bunch of sugar, and that's why I remember it better. And these have less sugar, but these taste bad. My wife even like makes Crystal Light once in a while in the house, and I'd rather drink that. And I like grape flavors of things too, like grape juice and grape candy and stuff, and popsicles. I really like that flavor. Just not a huge fan of either one of these. So I guess. All right, now I got to time these fucking words. So Crush, I'll give a. I'm not gonna say there because I'm not talking about them in the plural sense right now. It's a singular, so it's
Nope. There. The rating is
Right.
there.
there. The scale's
rating
there?
is there.
Okay.
Mhm.
They're grape.
That one?
Like just a kind of a quick hitter for the Crush. That's 1 second. Yeah. For the Hawaiian Punch, I'll give it a they're great.
Oh.
So that's 3. I'll give it a 2 orders of magnitude better than the
Wow.
Crush.
Geiger, you fucked
That's a
up.
top
You're not
rating.
allowed
Yeah,
to
that's
say
like
the number.
the bat. You love it?
What? Oh fuck! I thought it was just like in relation to each
Oh.
other. Okay, let me.
You're
back it
not
up.
supposed to say the number. We're supposed to
Oh.
figure it out
We
from listening
did.
to you.
It was
Oh,
long.
my bad. Okay. And it's on a scale of 1 to 3. Is that? Did I fuck that up?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a grape. I won't tell you what
2.
number.
Okay.
So fucking great. How are we going to tell who won this episode?
We got to splice together everyone's Spliced
I
together,
like
everyone
Punch
saying
better
grape.
than Crush. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Allison, your turn.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think I might have switched them, so you guys can tell me. The thicker-ish one is that the Crush, and the more watery one is the Hawaiian Punch. What? You don't know?
I think it's the other way
Depends
around.
on how you
Seaman.
mix them.
No,
That
there
doesn't
was
help us at all.
16.9. Okay. Well, these are both terrible. Like, absolutely. Like, if someone handed this to me and I took one sip, I would put it down and not drink it again. And I actually can't say that I don't like grape as a flavor, but I was willing to like this. This is terrible. Absolutely. You just finished yours. Wow. So honestly, this one's the Crush. To me, it is so like thick of grape. It looks like a black color and it smells terrible. I'm just going to say they're grape on this one. If I could give it 0 R's, I would. I can't.
You can't.
So they're
What about
they're
the other
grape
one?
and they're grape. Now this one is more watery. Well, wait a minute.
So
I
in
want to give them
summary,
both a 1.
what the fuck?
Well,
did you
I
just
gave
say?
them both. I gave them both a 1.
No, I know. I'm not
They're
making
grape
fun of
and
you.
they're
I'm making
grape.
fun
But
of the
actually,
ratings.
I will change it. I will say this Hawaiian Punch, they're grape. That was 2.
Okay.
Why'd you extend the A?
A for
Grape.
awful. A for awful. That's,
Remember those tigers that crawl through the jungle and go,
Hey.
"Hey, this is a girl."
A.
Hey, I'm an Italian tiger. I'm walking here.
Okay,
Watch it. Allison probably has Italian tigers in her apartment. too.
Probably do.
the Hawaiian Punch is not great. I think actually if it was cold, if I had ice in it, it would be okay. Just really like a Kool-Aid, a sugarless Kool-Aid. And sugarless Kool-Aid is not great. It's better with sugar. But it's so much better than the Crush. I don't understand why the word Crush is even on the box. There's nothing that reminds me of Grape Crush at all, which is a grape, sugary, carbonated soda. So this in no way resembles that. I'm not sure what their explanation for why that is. So the Hawaiian Punch has more of a juicy flavor, lends itself to this kind of thing better. The Hawaiian Punch, I'm saying, they're great. Grape. And then and the Crush, they're grape. So, Chad, what do you think?
All right. Well, I think the best way to describe this is to play a excerpt from Beethoven's famous diss track. So I'm just gonna sing a couple bars here for you right now. Marmaduke, you suck. That's what I'm talking about. Did I mention my case of the gout?
Whoa.
All right, there we go.
As soon as he said
Hashtag
I knew where that was
athlete's
going.
foot. Hashtag I don't know. That's for gout.
Hashtag artificial turf. All right, so like I said, I forgot which one was in which jug, and they taste identical. So here we go. The one that's in the purple Nalgene, which I think is maybe the Crush, I'm gonna give their grape, and then the one that is in my gray Nalgene, I'm gonna give their grape. So
That seems like 3. That
You
seems like
figured out.
3.
That's just what the fuck? That means nothing to us because you don't know
That
what you
seems
drank.
like-
The one I think was this one. I'm gonna give a grape.
Yeah.
The one
No,
I think
one of
was
They
them-
this
have different
one.
tastes.
one of them is a little better than the other, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that
Which
was
one's
the
more
Hawaiian
watery?
Punch, I
The
think.
Hawaiian Punch? Because that one's better.
I don't think
It
so.
depends
I
on how
think
much
the-
water
No.
you put in
No,
the
I think the
16.9.
Crush tastes more watery.
They're the same. 16.9.
I think the Crush it tastes more watery because there's less like sweetness in it.
Yes,
So
I, think
would
so
guess
too.
it's the Crush that you're talking about now.
So I see.
The Crush is the worst one. Whichever one tastes clearly worse.
Which
Yeah.
one tastes okay?
Yeah,
like the more grapey one is worse, and the more watery.
I think the Hawaiian Punch
The
is
more
the winner
watery
today,
one is better.
Is what we can glean from this
because it tastes
shit
more
show.
like water and not whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, that's my conclusion.
So the Hawaiian Punch is the clear winner today. Just like a guy sweeping
Clear,
the
huh?
street handing out ice cream was the clear winner of quarantine.
Right.
So,
Right.
Geiger, where can the listeners contact us
Oh.
and tell us how they're beating quarantine?
Well, thanks for sticking around, guys. If you'd like to tell us how great our podcast is, and leave us a voicemail on my personal cell phone with a number of R's representing how much you like it. If you're Marmaduke, go fuck yourself. And if you would like to hear about our podcast, if you'd like to listen to the podcast, you can do so anywhere you normally hear your podcasts. We are on YouTube. We have a Facebook group. You Tried Dat. We have we are on Instagram. We are on Twitter, # You Tried Dat. And we also have an email address, youtrydat@gmail.com. We would love for you to send in a question for the mailbag, suggest a snack, agree or disagree with our ratings, and most importantly, thanks for listening. And if you are listening and would like to, it would help out a lot if you could drop us a review and star us up on whatever podcast platform you have.
All right. Before we go, I've got a diss track to lay down for Allison because before the episode started, I said I had a story at the ready just in case the quarantine didn't go over well, and so I'm gonna tell it real quickly. But this Allison and I once coached a track team together. And it was younger kids, right? Yeah, it was coaching. We technically coached it. And so one of the jobs when you go to the track meet is each set of coaches from each school has to run an event. So you might have to time kids running on the track. You might have to measure how far they throw a shot put and so forth. We all the time judged the long jump. So just these kids running, and some of them could jump, but anyone can make the team. So some kids would run and jump like 6 inches, and we would just like measure out how far they jump. So after each jump, you're supposed to rake the pit. Yes. You have to rake the pit to make it a clean spot for them to land in. So me and the other coach would often do the raking. Now it's Allison's turn to rake the pit. She takes the rake and starts jabbing it at the sand like a bayonet. And we're like, what the fuck are you doing?
The rake is heavy. It's not like a
And she's like, I've never raked before.
True. And the worst part of it was like Nick said, like anyone could make the team. And I'm pretty sure at the first one, like they're only supposed to jump 2 times, but like I have a feeling like younger siblings were running out. Like whoever wanted to run out was like running out. And then they'd get real judgy. Like they'd be like, can you rake it again? I'm just like, I give up. I just walked away from the rake.
I mean, do you blame them? It sounds like you raked like shit. Yeah. I'd be judging your ass too.
I don't think the worst part was that kids were running out. I think the worst part is you couldn't fucking
That
rake.
was the worst part. But somehow we got roped into it again. So I guess we've spent a collective like maybe 16, 20 hours raking. No, I don't know. And I never learned. So that was
still doesn't know how to rake to this day. So
no,
and you know you've got and it's a shame because you've got like a clearly lawn care adjacent neighbor right downstairs.
You know what, Nick? We should actually offer him that job because I think Rudy he'll bring ice cream for the kids.
Just pay him an ice cream.
He knows how to rake and sweep.
Well, you can't rake, but we love having you on the show, Allison. So we want to thank you for coming back. And
you're welcome.
We're hoping to have Allison here for a Kit Kat tournament. That as soon as these Kit Kats, which we have in the waiting in a Japanese post office waiting to get shipped out to us.
I
As soon as they're
emailed-
able to be shipped, we'll get them.
OMG Japan, I think, is annoyed with me because I emailed them twice, and the second time they weren't as nice. So.
What'd you say to him?
No, it was like the same, but they just said, if you read our website, like, I know there's a global pandemic going on. Thank you. So
You should threaten to have that famous. You should threaten to have that famous dog shit talk them online and watch their sales.
hashtag OMG
Listen,
Japan.
Listen, OMG Japan, I've got a neighbor, and he's putting a bunch of plastic tarps in the basement,
Watch
if you know
out.
what I
Watch
mean.
out.
So get your shit together.
Are you like, look, OMG, I've got a plate here. It's empty. Can you see this? Can you guys see this? All right. Well, that'll do it for this time, but we'll be back next time when we're trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.
Eggs.